Are you ready to be blown away? Well, your Scorpio new moon is here, and it is coming in fast and furious as it brings with it highly Uranian elements, changes, surprises, and aha moments. Uranus energy has been active on and off this year, and as the Sun, Mercury, and Mars in Scorpio reawaken it, we can expect sudden turn of events. If you have been resisting making a big change in your life, then this might be your best month to flip the script. New moons, which happen when the confident sun pairs up with the security seeking moon, generally offers the chance to gain clarity around a new chapter you want to write over the course of the next 2 weeks, up until the next full moon, and next 6 months when the corresponding full moon occurs. So, with this month's new moon falling in magnetic, deeply emotional, smoldering, sensuous, passionate, and intuitive, spiritually gifted Scorpio, you will feel even more connected to your intuition and potentially willing to go swimming in powerful, complex feelings. This month is full of ups and downs, so buckle your seatbelt. New moon and smoldering, passionate, intuitive Scorpio is gonna take off like a rocket. And this moon will also help you connect with where your heart stands and embrace an internal transformation. So you don't want to sleep on the transformational part of this lunar moment. So what should we do? How should we align with this spiritual vibe? Wanna know? Then stay tuned till the end. Scorpio season is in full swing, and the veil, a shield that separates the physical from the spiritual, is at its thinnest. As we step into the penultimate month of the year, the ethereal, magical energy of the fixed water sign Scorpio will reach a fever pitch, calling on you to get in touch with the shadows side of life in order to acknowledge and celebrate your inner truth. Ooh, it's a spooky season. Isn't it amazing that Halloween coincides at the same time as Scorpio season? Well, undoubtedly, the spookiest, most mysterious sign out of them all. New moons carry some potent energy, and things are about to get freaky. The new moon Scorpio can be quite intense and incredibly powerful. This is a time of healing and transformation, and a chance for you to change your life for the better. Change isn't always easy, but it's ultimately for our growth to help us be better human beings. And during the Scorpio season, it is believed that the veil between the world of the departed and the living is thinner and more penetrable. So many people use this occasion to connect with the spirit realm and honor their ancestors. That said, Scorpio new moon is a meaningful moment for looking inward and getting real with your dark side. So instead of resisting the unknown and fearing the inevitable cycle of passing and rebirth, now is the time to fully embrace the more shadowy parts of your psyche and try transforming your pain into power. Allow yourself to explore your most existential thoughts and give credence to any intuitive messages you might pick up on. Because the new moon will be forming a perfect opposition aspect to unpredictable planet Uranus. And there will also be all sorts of cosmic shakeups in store for us, which delivers a perfect opportunity to practice standing tall in a spiritual strength while still surrendering to the universal flow. What are the themes associated with this new moon in Scorpio? Just think about all the keywords Scorpio happens to be associated with: healing, transformation, change, intensity, finances, intimacy, sex, death, and rebirth. As you can see, this can be quite a life-changing period for you. And this is a perfect moment for you to take a closer look at your shadow side and to do a bit of lurking in the places within yourself you would usually rather avoid, and see if you can add some light to it. Mercury, Mars, and Pluto all join the Sun in Scorpio this season, making the sign's characteristics feel extra potent. So, we're going to get a huge invitation to look at some of our deepest fears, and if any one of them are getting in the way of personal transformation. So, this time of year is centered around evolution, and the only way out of a challenging metamorphosis is through. I'm going to be honest with you. You may experience some growing pains, but I advise you to persevere. Honestly, with Scorpio season's tenacity behind you, you may not be able to help yourself. If you keep walking, you will come out on the other side of any challenge you face stronger and with some much needed clarity. If the past 2 years have demonstrated anything, it's that the only constant in life is change. In that respect, this mysterious, moody Scorpio season is bringing more of the same transformative shifts. The Scorpio season is especially intense and will give us an opportunity really come to terms with some of the changes we have lived through over the past several months and help propel us forward into a new season of our lives. Scorpio is one of the few signs that is represented by 3 archetypes: the scorpion, the eagle, and the phoenix. Each of these animals represents a different stage in the evolution of consciousness that we move through when working with the energy of Scorpio. I have often wondered what sort of shift is needed for a small scorpion that has only known life on the ground to transform into this majestic eagle. What needs to happen to the scorpion to get to this stage? Well, there is no doubt that to undergo such a drastic transformation, drastic life situations are usually at the core. And the scorpion has to completely lose its way of life in order to allow the metamorphosis to occur. So under the Scorpio new moon, take a moment to think about those scorpion to eagle transformations that you have undergone in your own life. Chances are we have all experienced at least one completely life-changing event that has seen us leave the comforts of a small little world and shift to the vantage point of an eagle. It is these metamorphosis points in our lives that help us to grow into the person we were meant to be. It is these transformation moments that shape the core of our lives. The Scorpio new moon represents transformation and can even be a catalyst if you're in any in-between phases in your life. You may just find that shortly following this new moon, the metamorphosis journey you're on kicks into a new gear, revealing the next step of your process. So what to do? What to do to prepare ourselves for this metamorphosis journey? Let's dive deep into that. Don'ts. Do not fear the unknown. The scorpion is a creature with an uncanny ability to adapt and transform, and this new moon encourages you to take charge of your life by never fearing the unknown or lack of control, but rather embracing it. So its wisdom takes many forms and can show itself in many ways as a way for you to reach goals, as self-confidence, determination, and as emotional independence. The scorpion shows how to create your own reality through self-empowerment, and this means that our own ideals are our truth and that we can take control of our lives no matter what kind of obstacles come our way. So it's time to call on the Scorpio's power if you do not believe in yourself enough. You may not believe in who you are, or you may lack the courage to assert yourself. Perhaps you don't dare to contradict others. Well, Scorpion, this new moon in Scorpio will give you the strength to take a stance for yourself, no matter the circumstances. It's going to help you to overcome a lack of self-confidence by removing from your mind the idea that others are better than you. So assert yourself. Do not get overwhelmed by Scorpio's intense, deep energy. The new moon Scorpio will bring an intense, deep energy. Scorpio is an independent sign that is loyal, very loyal, but often misunderstood. It will bring an energy of individuality, calling you to embrace your own shadow side. Full of power, the new moon in Scorpio will have you recognizing the taboo subconscious urges of your emotional and spiritual body. You will have a real opportunity to gain personal power and change anything that will prevent your evolution. And it won't be a shallow growth. Ruled by Pluto, a planet of rebirth, the new moon presents us with an end and a new beginning. So don't get overwhelmed by this new moon's element of passion or fantasy. Scorpio is a very sensual sign of the zodiac, and the new moon will bring an intense energy that feels like it could go the distance. Also, it may be helpful to process this ferocity by respectfully understanding the forcefulness and determination of the Scorpion. The energy of the new moon will feel magically irresistible, filled with both highs and lows. The new moon will be undeniably transformative. It may bring an ending to any emotional relationship as not serving your higher purpose, closure to deep situations from your past, or a beginning to a new healthy love adventure. The energy of the new moon in Scorpio is surrounded by an eminent sense of determination, and the renewal will depend on your own individuality and your abilities to navigate in its deep, dark waters. Do's. Do take step towards self-mastery and self-empowerment. A time of new beginnings, this new moon is a rather challenged one, as it squares Saturn and Neptune and loosely opposes retrograde Mars. A trine from Uranus seems to be its saving grace, and this lunation emphasizes a new beginning in the fixed water sign of Scorpio. So it's a time when we can focus on some of the constructive traits of the sign of the Scorpion. And what are those? Passionate, resourceful, focused, probing, deep, and perceptive, and consider how to positively incorporate these qualities into our lives. Scorpio new moons are generally good for working on our self-mastery skills. We may want to pinpoint the things in our lives that makes us feel out of control, such as any sort of addictions and debts. Work on freeing ourselves of these emotional burdens. This new moon cycle is also an opportune one to explore what is missing in our lives that leads us to engage in these self-destructive behaviors. So tackle things that undermine us and that take away our power. Compulsive behaviors, addictions, and large debts. Be curious and go deep. So one of Scorpio's lessons involve learning to dig deeper into the mysteries around us instead of always being content with status quo. So in spiritual terms, Scorpion can be seen as the archetypes of the fierce teacher. It has great power and can overcome harmful influences with a single strike of its own sting. And Scorpion is a very wise creature, but this wisdom can sometimes become too much for those who are weak or unable to defend themselves from its stinging power. So being wise can sometimes be harmful if you don't have strong self-confidence and self-control. But the Scorpion new moon is going to show us that sometimes we have to do things that seem extreme in order to survive. It requires us to make choices that aren't always pleasant or comfortable because we are living life, not a fairy tale. Even with all of these hardships, it doesn't mean our lives are over or that they won't turn around again later or down the road. We just have to hang in there because it's the only way to move forward. Build meaningful relationship. As it pertains to personal relationships, this Scorpio new moon's love of depth and connection can lend itself to intense emotion. This includes the not-so-pleasant experiences of jealousy, neediness, and insecurity. Well, naturally, the other side of the coin is the flooding in of nourishing feelings, such as deepening sense of connection, ecstasy, added play, and childlike bliss. Know that if you start to feel the comings on of a suffering state, you can choose to ride it out and be present to the tide of sensation. Most likely, it will change form much sooner than you think and blossom into something beautiful. So breathe and steady yourself as the illusion falls away. Take the time to understand others' motives. Taking the time to understand other motives can enrich our feelings of intimacy, forgiveness, and sense of meaning. Scorpio also teaches us that dedication to one meaningful relationship or undertaking can be significantly more satisfying than spreading ourselves around. So here, quality over quantity applies. You might want to use this cycle to work on focusing on and developing one special project or relationship in order to help add purposefulness and depth to our lives. Be authentic. Be authentic. The energy of the Scorpio new moon is committed to authenticity. This time asks us to be real and go deep, even if it's in contrast to those who prefer to live on a surface level. So this new moon invites you to put down mindless consuming, buying, spending, or busyness and instead pause to make room for what authentically fills you up. The skies are asking us to see through the illusion. The things we buy or accumulate create a happiness. Instead, save a little more money this moon cycle by trading shopping carts for self-reflection as you deepen your relationship with you and your greater vision. Unleash your potential. The Scorpio is associated with a desire for power. It can symbolize ambition, determination, stubbornness, and perseverance. In astrology, Scorpions are known for their sharpness of mind and resolve in changing their lives to achieve success. They can adapt to different styles of life in order to find out what they enjoy best. The Scorpion symbolizes powerful transformation that allows humans to free themselves from rules that have held them back for a long time. So this new moon is going to give you the power to instill you not only the willpower and determination to achieve your goals, but even more so, the passion and adrenaline you need to finish your projects. So make the most of it. Just unleash your potential. Take bold action. This moon is inviting us to take a brave action. If you want to call someone, ask someone out on a date, invite them out for a coffee, or simply have a meaningful conversation with someone you've been thinking about, just do it. It doesn't have to be romantic. But if that's where you want to put your intention, know that you are supported in creating powerful connection right now. Meditate. It's time to open your soul and let the light of the mysteries in your life. Well, Scorpio invites you to be still, to slow down, make time for contemplation and meditation. Scorpio invites you to begin a new journey in knowledge, one that will nourish your spirit with the ancient wisdom of healing ancient wounds of grief or loss. And I'm going to drop a link for you all for the meditation that's going to help you go deep and face the darkness that's within you so that you can heal and transform and manifest the life of your dreams. So the energy of this new moon Scorpio is meant for change and finding our true selves within ourselves. Its message is about death and rebirth, transformation, regeneration. It's about loss, forgiveness, and moving on to new beginnings. So this is an opportunity to get real, go deep, and learn about the power of your passions. Hey, you got this. You got this. So go deep, heal and transform. Say goodbye to all the things in your life that keep holding you in your back and invite a fresh and renewed energy in your life. You are worth all the things you have ever imagined. Trust me, you are worth all the things you have ever imagined. So now allow these things to come into your life. Just allow. If this resonated with you, I would love to hear from you. So feel free to send me your emails and post your comments down below and let me know what your experiences are around this new moon. Have the most transformative and healing new moon. Bye-bye for now. Thank you.